Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Joy Mackenzie, and in this video, I would like to encourage some persons as to how to maintain a healthy marriage life. I promise this video will not be very long, so you don't have to run away and think that I'm going to be here naming out a whole lot of things. I have only 10 pointers that I want to share with you all, and I'm just I've gotten the chance to sit and observe. I've been around many persons that are married, some persons that are not married but they have been together for a very, very long time, and some of them have kids involved in the relationships. And speaking about that, I really doesn't see the sense being together for so long and have children together, and the marriage is yet to take place. But persons have their reasons, and for me, I think that marriage is very, very important. The Bible says that marriage is honorable to the Lord. The Lord gave us the permission to get married, so it's very, very important. And I don't think that ladies, especially ladies, should be wasting their time as just an ordinary baby mama or a girlfriend or so forth when you've been there for so long. But I do not want to get down into those. No, what I want to talk about is persons that are really married and they're struggling with their marriage life. They want to take their relationships to another level. Whatever they do, they think that it's not working out. The spark seems to be fading, the feelings is going and so forth. There are confusions, there are misunderstanding and everything that is happening in the home. Some ladies try their very, very best to maintain it, but it's just not going. Some of the men have done the same, and it is just not working out. But to say that, then I have written just 10 pointers, and I promise I will not lamentate much on them. I will not go down too deep in them. I will just give you a couple of the points and a little bit of explanations. Alright, so my first point is communications. And we all know that there are times when sometimes it is not so easy to speak with your spouse and so forth. Persons find it easier at a time to speak with a friend or coworker or so forth, parents and so forth, the family members, yes, instead of speaking directly to their spouse. And I think that communication is very important in the home. It is important in the relationship. Every relationship, communication is very, very important. Your spouse need to know your plan. They need to know your goals, your objectives. Your spouse especially need to know your likes and your dislike. It should be laid flat on the table. They should have known it from the very, very beginning. But sometimes we bypass some of the important informations because you get caught up and so forth, and some of the information get bypassed and so forth. But I think that they need to know your like and your dislike, lay it out on the table so they can follow that guideline. All right, communicate. Let them know what things that you're going to do, your things that you want to do. It doesn't matter how small it is. You don't just come home from work. You don't just come home from work and you freshen up, you eat your dinner, you hang out with friends, you do this, you do that, or whatever it is that you do when you get home, and forget about mentioning anything to the wife that you have in the home. Communicate with her, speak with her, let her know that yes, she is of a valuable asset in your life. Alright, communicate. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Number two, I think that your spouse needs to be your best friend. I recommend that personally. You make your spouse your best friend. What your friend outside know, what your body know, what your boys know, your girlfriends know, then your spouse in the home should already have known that, right? There's things that your friend doesn't know, your spouse should know. Let them feel like, okay, I know I am his best friend. I know everything. You tell me everything. You talk and you laugh about silly things. You play as if you're kids sometimes. Sometimes persons think that they're all grown and the relationship is so weird out or whatever. Why am I playing? I can't tell the playing. You push him away and all of those things. But playing is very important. You bring back the sparks, you bring back the togetherness and so forth. Hang out sometimes and do silly things as if you're kids. And you remember of when you were younger, when the relationship itself was younger. Bring back some of those feelings. Alright? Do not allow it to fade. None at all. So your friends, your spouse should be your best friend. Hang out. Yes, I'm not trying to create any separation between you and your friend, but you need to make sure that your spouse is your best friend. Alright. Number 3, do regular fun filled romantic outings. You need to go out, get out of the house, take her out. She don't need to be staying home as if she's the furniture. She's not the furniture in the home. Alright, you need to take her out. Do fun things, romantic things. Go to the movies, to the beach, dinner, whatever, karaoke. Some person might go to the party or so forth. I wouldn't go to a party. As a Christian, I don't do parties and so forth. But you know what fits into your category, your standard, wherever your situation that you're in. Do things that are more fun-filled, things that are more romantic, and bring back the sparks. All right, don't allow it to fade completely. And very important. It is very important, and many persons doesn't do this, especially the persons that are not Christian. They forget to do this, and they don't know how important it is. But I'm gonna tell you that number 4 is very, very important for me. Though I'm not married, I'm not even in a relationship. Yes, and that comes as a surprise, I know, right? But I know that praying is very, very important. So I'm going to say number 4 for me is my favorite, and I consider it the most important. Pray together at all times. And the reason I want to say this, I'm going to say this to you, is that persons might work overnight. They do double shift to make sure that your relationship fail. They want to tear it apart. They want to break it down. Alright, so they will do double shift as if somebody is seriously giving them a salary to do it. Most times it is because they want your spouse. They don't think you're good enough for your spouse. Sometimes they just don't like you, and they want to make sure that it doesn't work out for you. So they will do double jobs. They will do even midnight shifts just to, tear it apart. So when we pray, prayer binds things. It binds us together. And I would say that the ladies should take charge of this now, because sometimes the men are the most busy ones. They consider themselves to be the busy ones. Sometimes men are not so powerful in the prayer. Sometimes men lose out. They're not even looking at that direction. Most times when you get men being the powerful one is in the church. And I'm not speaking only about church people now, I'm speaking to everybody in general. So you have to know, ladies, you need to step up to the pace and know that when your husband leaves for work, then you need to pray for him. When you're seeing him, pray together. And men do the same thing when you're not seeing your wife, whatever, pray. Okay, cover them under the blood of Jesus Christ. Some persons do midnight shift, as I said before, just to make sure your marriage fail. And God in a relationship makes it a very healthy relationship. Make God the centerpiece, as if you're setting your dining table or so forth. Put him at the centerpiece. Alright, you're setting your living room and you need a centerpiece to be the most attractive in your house or whatever, or in your home or whatever. Make God your centerpiece and everything will be beautiful and healthy and nice. Alright, number 5, avoid secrets. avoid keeping secrets from each other. I would say that secret coexist with lie, right? When you keep a secret, then most times you have to tell a lie to cover your secret, hide your tracks, right? Um, and when you tell that lie, then you have to tell another lie to cover that lie, and another one to tell another lie, and then turn it into be a big whole mess. Turn it to be a big whole monster. I would say that you promise each other not to keep secrets. No secrets, unless it's a surprise. You know something. You know what I'm saying, right? Keep away from secrets. It's not good, seriously, because at the end of the day, and I'm not gonna make it sound as if I'm picking on the men now, but I want to make something clear because I know it's a fact. Sometimes the men put you in a compromising situation where you're literally forced to hide this. Maybe you're afraid of him or maybe whatever, and you have to just, you know, you have to keep it down. You have to do anything to like keep it as a secret or something because the position that they put you into, it's just crazy. So you have to keep a secret and then you tell a lie to cover that lie and another one turn out to be messy. At the end of the day, you know what? The man said you gotta go. He will not take the blame for it. He's gonna say that you should have found a way how to tell him this or to tell him that or whatever. You have to find a way out. And the nasty part about it is that what I realize is happening is that they say that okay, you're coming in a relationship with nothing, you're gonna have to leave with nothing. Now that's an issue for me because I've been with you for 5, 6, 7 years. And yes, when I came I did not bring any furniture. I didn't bring any money in the account. But I came in and I've been with you. I've been doing everything for you. I've been making sure that you're very comfortable. So I think I'm doing like a double job. I'm working in the home and I'm working in the bedroom at night. I'm doing double job. I need to be getting paid for double shift. At the end of the day, had it been that I was working somewhere else out there or whatever, I could have afforded all that and more. So you gotta pay me. I ain't living without nothing. Seriously. That's just me. I'm not living without nothing. And that is why I rate the movie Diary of a Black Woman. I rate it, though there are some parts in it where I get really, really angry and so forth, but I rate it to a high standard. And it's because the way that Madia deals with the situation, splitting everything into, I'm just like, yeah, I ain't leaving with nothing. If I have to leave with nothing, you're gonna be left with nothing. Seriously. Yeah, that's me. But avoid secrets, alright? So it doesn't turn out to be that nasty and brutal. Alright. Number 6 is trust. You have to, and if you're not keeping in secrets, then your spouse can trust you because they'll know that okay, we have made this commitment that we're not gonna hide anything from each other. They know from day one that there's no secrets among us. Alright, so you trust each other. And when I say trust, I need you to understand that your wife can have a male friend. Your your wife can have a male friend, your husband have a female friend, and it shouldn't bother you. You trust each other to know that okay, even if I come home one evening and I see my husband with his friend in the home, I trust him enough to know that okay, nothing is happening, they're friends and she came over to visit or whatever. I can trust that my husband might go and pick his friend and bring her somewhere or whatever it is. Not it doesn't matter. We're hanging out and friend can come along and so forth. Trust is very important. Alright, you give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Cause you know you trust him very well and he trusts you just the same. Space to socialize. If you trust him, you'll give him the space to socialize. You trust her, you give her the space to socialize. I want to make this very brief. Stop bombarding. Do not bombard your spouse as if she's in a prison. He is in a prison. Right? Marriage is not a prison. It's not a cage. What I like to call it is a protective love zone. A protective love zone. So, though you're giving her the space to socialize and you're giving him the space to socialize, then you show him very well that, okay, I love you, I care for you, I cherish you. I will not allow anything to happen. I'm protecting you on this hand just the same, and I'm showing you love just the same, because I don't want you to feel like you're suffocating because you're with me. You have to drop everything that you used to do, the friends that you used to keep, you have to drop them because we're together. No, I want to give you a space just the same. Give her a space to socialize. Let her know it's time to hang out. Go out and hang out with your girls and so forth. Alright. Let him go out for a while, and you yourself need to take out your woman. Alright, be proud to walk with your woman wherever you go, or your man wherever you go. Let people know that I don't have her in the home as a furniture. She is my partner, and whatever we do together. Alright, learn to have some togetherness right there. Partnership in everything that you do. Alright, I want to speak to the ladies now, directly to the ladies. Don't reduce your dress standard because you're married. I've seen that happen many times. When you were single out there, you used to wear your nice spaghetti strap. You used to wear nice little short jeans. You like with this, you're nice girl. You know what I'm talking about, right? And you used to put yourself together. Your hairstyle is always up top, up to date. Your makeup is always on point. You know, all of that is always done beautiful and nice, and that is why he liked you, because when he saw you on the road, then or wherever he met you, then everything was said, everything was arranged, everything was fine, you're perfect, right? Do not reduce it because you're married, because when you reduce it, you are boring a hole in a boat bottom. And I must say that again, if you have a boat in the sea and a small hole is bored in the bottom of that boat, it's only a matter of time before it sink. It shall collect all the water and sink. So ladies, when you reduce your dress standard from how he saw you in the first place and the way that he loved you, then you are boring the hole in your boat bottom. You are allowing your marriage to sink. Now, I think when you're married, then there are certain standards that you need to, okay? There's some part of your bodies that you need to start covering for those that used to leave it open, right? Especially when you're going on the street. When you're going out on the street walking with your husband, then you need to cover yourself properly, right? Modest, but nice. Still beautiful and nice, but modest. When you're in the home now, then you can wear all your short jeans, you can wear your spaghetti this, your backless that, and all of that, because in your home, then you are only enticing your husband. You need him to continue seeing what he liked in the first place. If you don't do that, then guess what's gonna happen? He's gonna start looking at somebody else on the road that is doing that. Alright? Because that was what that draws attention to you in the first place. Do not bore a hole in your boat bottom. And avoid unnecessary arguments. Avoid accusing. In Jamaican terms, we would say stop nagging him. Right? I speak with a friend the other day, and he said to me that he has been married for 38 years now, and from the very, very first point, he make sure that he outlined to his wife things that he's like and didn't like. Right? That's what I speak about before. Make sure you know you like and you dislike. And what he said to me was that he make sure that he told his wife that don't nag me. It is easier for you to take a shoe and knock me in my face, bam, knock me or let me know that okay you don't like this more than you're not sure about something and you just keep nagging me. You're turning a beast in my ears. Stop being a beast in the man here. Alright, man, eat that and become a pain in their head when you start doing that. Then you find out that you spend more times on the road than in the home, because you know when you come home then the nagging is gonna begin. And when he comes home, you just eat. Sometimes you eat, sometimes you refuse your food and you just go to bed or whatever. Spend hours on the television, hours on the phone, and you become like a walking ghost in the home. It doesn't even look at you because you know you're gonna start the nagging. Alright, so ladies, that's for you. Stop the nagging. Stop the nagging. And to add to that, then to flip it on the men's side, then I would say that you should never raise your hand at your woman. Why are you doing that? Like seriously, it's not in my topic, but I'm just saying it out of general. Saying it out of general. She's not a punching bag. She's your love mate, not your punching bag. Alright, I have a friend that said that whenever his wife starts, he put his hand behind him and bring it back around with force. Can you imagine the type of knock that wife would receive? It's not nice. It's very, very not nice. It's terrible. And I would encourage that you stop that, because can I tell you something? If for any reason somebody tries that with me, I'm being frank now, then maybe you might be stronger, maybe you might be more powerful or so forth. But I know of a spot and every man that is very, very weak. And ladies, you need to know that. Let me not go down to that. I don't want YouTube to cut me down for this. Alright, but if you only, play football with that soccer ball, trust me, it will work. It doesn't matter the force that his hand is gonna lift with or come down with. Play some soccer ball with that ball, alright? And I'm sure some persons might know, some person might maybe, okay? Alright, so avoid nagging, ladies. And number 10, my final point, I promise I won't be long and I'm already going too far. Maintain a healthy sexual life. Very important. There's not much to say about this. I'm just gonna hit the nail in the head and close it right there. If you do not give a man what he wants sexually, then he's gonna resort to somebody else. Ladies, he is gonna go to somebody else. Men, she's gonna go to somebody else. If you're not performing, she's gonna go to somebody else. Alright? In here, Jamaica, we normally say that ladies always say that shop was shop lock. Now I want to say this to you all, that in the neighborhood, in my neighborhood, my community, all the shops doesn't close at the same time. And this one I'm talking about literal shops now. All the shops does not close at the same time. So when this one closes and you want a juice, you can walk to the next one. You want something to, whatever, you can walk to the next shop. All the shop doesn't close at the same time. And I'm flipping this into a barber's, and I'm hoping that you all know what I'm saying. Coming back to the bedroom shop now. If your shop is closed, then next door neighbor shop is going to be open. The secretary at the workplace shop is going to be open. There's always somebody there that is going to work overtime to fit into your position to take what you have. So you better be careful. If you want what you have, keep it intact. Alright, do whatever it takes. Do work that midnight shift, work that double shift to keep it, because somebody's working double shift to take it away from you. You need to be careful. Be wise in everything that you do. And the Bible says, and I'm going to be specific now, Colossians 3 verses 18 says that a woman must always submit themselves to the wife, to the husband. Also, Ephesians 5 verses 22 said the same thing. We need to submit yourself to your husband. The man is always the head of the house. The woman should not give authority over the man. The man is the head of the house, and you need to understand that, ladies. Some of us are very stubborn. Some of us say the mountain rule and nobody can control me, and the stars and this and that and whatever. Not. But the Bible says that the marriage is honorable, and the man should be the head of the house, and you ladies submit themselves under the husband. All right. I don't know if this video has made any good impact on anyone's life. I don't know if it has added any value to your life, if it has been of a great asset. But if it has or it hasn't, let me know in the comment box. Drop a comment right there. Also, I need you to subscribe and press the notification button, because there shall be more and more topics coming rolling in from me, Minister Joy McKenzie. Joy McKenzie. I shall be loading more and more, maybe not on the same topic, but I shall be doing this. Alright, and things that I see that is happening around me that I think that need a little bit adjusting, or want somebody to pinpoint something on it, or I think you need a little encouragement words or so forth, whatever it is. Let me know in your comment box. Be real with me what you think about this video. I am not afraid for anyone saying what you just said is nonsense. Keep it real with me. Alright, let me know. Alright, if any of these that I've added you fall short, if it has anything to do with you at all, alright, let me know. Alright, I am your girl, and I'm gonna go now. I promise I won't be very long, and I'm already long. But before I leave, I want to leave a quote with you. And this I received from a friend, and I want to pass it on because it has bring value to me, and I want to pass on the knowledge. Alright, I want to say to you, expecting changes without putting in the effort is like waiting on a ship at the airport. Let me say that again. Expecting changes without putting in any effort is like waiting for a ship at the airport. I don't know if it makes sense, but I think you need to read into that. Look down into it for me, because it brought value to me. It made me stop and think for a while, and I need to pass the same knowledge on to you. So I learned, and so I want to pass it on to somebody else. Alright, God bless you. You all take care. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and press the notification button, and you will see every time that I upload something. Alright, blessings. Take care.